After that vaccine, you don't even talk the same no more. You can't even tell niggas you didn't put it because you didn't already did it.
Glitched.
Glitch. So, sorry, my brother.
That's the end of it.
Man, I ain't trying to get that vaccine, man.
What about you, Canyon?
Oh,
We need you to have it for you to return from the
oh, you're
shadows.
doing that. Wow. So I can't go. I can't
Well,
function without it. Is that what you're saying?
maybe not. We'll see. It's different in different parts.
Hold up, man.
Depends on who captures you.
For real. I heard how they test you. They stick a big, long
In your nose.
in your nasal.
Nah, man. Look.
They're like,
if it came down to yes, you can't function without it.
they're like,
you can't function without it. You can't get currency without it. I mean,
what you gonna do?
I'm gonna have to do it. I mean,
so you gonna take the mark of the beast for the currency?
I mean, what are you gonna do without that currency? Either way, you're taking the mark of the beast. At that point, if you decide to take it, then you're taking the mark of the beast. If you decide not to take it, then you're gonna take that government supplement. So you're still taking the mark of the beast. So which one are you? Which camp are you really in?
You're not going to get the government supplement without taking.
So you're not getting. Oh wow. So yeah, you're done. You're done. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You can't. I mean,
Mad Max out here.
You can't do Uber. You can't do. I mean, you can't do food runs. You can't do nothing, bro.
Hey, now hold on. Now, remember, we got some cats functioning under the United States that's claiming that they're not from here, but they're getting their tax exempt, and they'll turn their plates in.
Sovereign nation? Is that what you're talking about?
They're citizens of Guam, and they don't want to pay no tax. They don't drive with no plates. We revoking our titles, but we're travelers now. We're only traveling through the United States. There's cats like that.
They're just nomads.
They will come up and I don't want nothing. I don't want your title. I don't want your plates. I don't want nothing. I'm a traveler through, and you guys can't hold me to your
standard of living. Wow.
So there's people like that. Now, what do they have? Nothing.
Well, if with that said,
they got a lot of court dates.
With that said, here's the question: are you trying to live like that?
I'm not trying to live like that, but at the same time, you might not leave me no choice.
What choice do you have besides to live like that unless you're going to join sides?
And that's a tough question, bro, because in all reality, I mean, we all got families, so
yeah,
it's a tough question.
I mean, that's just really what it is.
What would it take for them to make everybody have to have it, though?
What you just said. I mean, it's become a dependency. Funds, financial means, things of that nature. It's a dependency. It's not. I mean, there's nothing you can do to get away from making it happen. You know, there's no way around it. You can't function. You can't function in society without it, without some kind of ends.
I think we could. I just don't think we know how.
That brings us right to Bitcoin.
I agree that we could, but it's not some a majority of the populace is going to subscribe to.
No, because you turn the power off, and that is going to spell the end of the world.
Yeah.
For a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, what you said, Bitcoin. you better go Bitcoin or else what are we talking about?
I mean, you definitely got to start with Bitcoin, but you need to look inside of some cryptocurrency and understand what that's about, because it's about to come to play here in the near future, um, a lot. So this year, 2020, they're having a Bitcoin halving, and a halving is every 210,000 blocks that are mined, that reward for the people that validate the transactions will be cut in half. And from this point, I believe it's going to be less than 7 Bitcoin left. That will
Oh,
be the reward for the remainder of time.
What?
Right. So
but there's other types of cryptocurrencies though.
for sure. But understand this, a cryptocurrency is just a next level gift card or stock, if that makes sense. If you were able to purchase stocks and have the liquidity of a gift card, but the fluctuation of the market of a stock attached to that,
Right.
if
So
that makes sense.
you may have 3,000 one day, and then you may have 1,500 the next.
But generally, depending on what we're talking about, it's going to be a more stabilized thing, because if, as this goes along and we're talking about Facebook cryptocurrency, it's not going to fluctuate like you see any cryptos presently. It's going to be the value of $1, so on and so forth. They already
Right.
have those
They're
in
going to commercialize it.
it's denominated.
So how is Bitcoin coming along? Um, still is it? I mean, because I know it kind of fizzled for a little bit. Is it going strong still, or
So what do we mean by that? What is that question?
so? I guess what I'm
Because
saying is
what you're talking about, the price.
right, right. So because I know it went. Um,
So the most we've ever seen it be is around 20,000 back in 2017, and recently the lowest has been before the COVID, probably 7 months prior to that, it was at 3,500. But
okay.
now today it was 9,800,
So
and that's up from it literally just hovered and bounced back and forth between from excuse me from, like I was saying, probably a year, let's say a year ago. It's
mhm.
been from 3,500 to what it is now, but it's really stayed in between 55 and 7,500, fluctuating between those couple thousand.
I got you.
Hmm.
So it doesn't seem as popular as it was though back. Probably I
Well,
say
that well,
about
well, that's the thing. We're talking about popularity.
Yeah,
About
populism is different.
we're talking about news coverage.
Right.
When something isn't making headlines, because reason why they talked about it is because the spike in price.
right,
But like I was saying, it's just been doing like this. And if you're not covering tech or anything that specific, there's nothing to report.
right.
I mean, I was even doing a podcast on crypto prices, and I mean, just really got boring because nothing was happening, and the things that were happening were just washing themselves within the next week or so. So
Right,
unless you're day trading, there's nothing going on
right.
besides the real work behind the scenes that you don't know about. And what I mean by that is people building their companies, their products and services that are attached to these cryptos.
So with with the whole vaccination, because it's coming, uh,
We never got an answer from C3 though.
About what?
The vaccination.
It's the
At that
same. It's
at that
really Todd's answer. It's, you got to think about your family and to what degree is how you're going to mandate me to have if you're going to attach it to, insurance or the job or, things like that.
right.
And you got to take a different look, and you really have to take a different assessment that I'll make at that time. But
Right.
obviously the short answer is no.
Right. The short answer is no.
Not if just, hey, take this. No.
Exactly.
Absolutely not.
If it's the same as the how the flu is passed out, the flu shot, no.
No
Nah.
way.
Exactly.
I'm not going to line up in the Hall of Flags.
Right. Ain't none of that. But no, if they do go to that extent of where you can't go to work, because this is the thing. I don't think they will ever. I don't think that'll ever be the initial move for it. I think
Forcing.
right. I think the initial move is, hey, you guys need to get this, or you're going to need to wear a mask every day to work. Now, if they see people consistently working with these masks and doing all that and not cooperating, then I do think they take it to the next level where it's like, hey, you gotta have it or else. And that's when you got to make the decision. But I don't think they'll ever be like, you gotta have this to be at work or you're done, because mass hysteria. Ain't nobody gonna go for that. They're gonna
not for that
it's
approach.
gonna go
No.
in stages. Well, they keep seeing people go against the grain and they're not getting what they want, then it might come to look, we got a new program. You can't go to work.
We got a new program.
Yeah. So it's interesting. That's an interesting subject, because talk to anybody you work with. How many people say they're going to get the vaccine? I haven't talked to many. And not just willingly, and they don't have it. That's
right. They don't
that's
have
the
any
thing. If I have coronavirus or something like that, of course I'm gonna try to or help myself.
Now,
But
are
even
those same persons the crowd that takes the flu virus vaccine?
no.
Right. So
You
I think it's the same mindset. It's like,
you don't think that if they phrase it that way, those same people wouldn't do it?
no, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking that a person that would take the flu vaccine would take this vaccine because they're just
conditioned.
Well, I wouldn't even say conditioned. That is what it is,
Man.
but they believe they need that,
Right.
and some possibly do.
Some do.
I mean?
And some do need it. Because like even for me, I'm supposed to get it. Like asthmatic, like they've been giving flu shots to asthmatics for free for years. So, hey, you're supposed to have it.
I think we're jumping around the question, and I want to just ask the question: what do you think's inside of that, aside from scientific? What do you think could be inside of that?
To be continued. That's what's inside of it.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. I think that aside from if I was a person that would take a flu vaccine, and if I was looking to take this vaccine, I would question a couple things before that. You know what I mean? Can you ask what about what's inside of it? It leads me back to who's surrounding all the information that's being presented about the thoughts of the vaccinations.
Right.
And that's Dr. Anthony Fauci and Bill Gates. And with Bill Gates pushing the forefront of vaccinations, vaccination research in his past, I have a lot of questions about that.
For sure.
So you ask what's
And
inside of it, and I ask why he's around it.
oh,
For real.
so when you say
Funding is one thing that will make you a silent partner and be quiet in the back, and all I see is him leading the band.
Hard. But he's been leading for a while.
I know.
He's been putting money into vaccines for a while. So I don't know, man.
he's not a
You
scientist.
just don't have a welcoming face. Like your face is just not.
You're looking at him. He's can we just he's not a scientist though.
No, he's not a scientist, and I've seen some people. What's crazy is, like, right now social media is being blown up over this subject of people protesting, wanting to go back to work, coronavirus, is it real, is it fake, certain signals, what's real, what's really going on. There's a lot of mudslinging and drinks being made around here. So what is really what? So who knows what's really what? But again, that's why I go back to questioning, why is this person around this event? What's happening? Why is he an expert? Why has he been studying this? One, if he's if he's so smart, he's one of the smartest persons in the world, and he's the richest man in the world. Was it his concerns? He wants everybody to be safe. Does that even sound plausible?
It doesn't sound like a humanistic answer, because all I know is this: humans are the same. There's nothing new. And all I know is it doesn't matter how much you say you care, you cannot care enough about somebody you don't know. You just can't. Like, it sounds bad when people, like, we talk about Hurricane Katrina. We wasn't down there. I didn't have anybody down there that I knew. I felt bad, but how bad did I actually feel?
Right, and it wasn't on your mind every single day like it would be for
Wasn't,
somebody that's
because
actually down there.
I can't actually, I can, man, that's messed up and all of that, and I can say everything, but my true feelings, it doesn't really hit them, because I don't have any
There's that disconnect.
stake in it. It's a disconnect.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what cracks me up about, even, people, I'm going different, but these people talking about how they love Trump so much, and they swear they think he's going to do so much for him. How could, like, he don't care about you? You like, don't none of them care about you for real. They don't have your best interest. So why would I think this other billionaire has my best interest? When have you had
Well,
my best interest?
see, that's the difference. Not many of them are billionaires. He happens to be a billionaire. The governor of Illinois, J.B. Pritzker, is a billionaire, but Donald Trump is not a billionaire.
I didn't know that Donald Trump is not a billionaire.
He's not a billionaire, not on paper.
Right.
Now, he's a mobster, so who knows what's under the mattress.
Right. But he's at the tier where he don't really care about.
Right.
And he don't care. So higher than that, you think they care? Well, no. I think there is a benefit for them and whoever they're with. So I gotta treat me and my family like that. If it's benefiting us, and I mean, we all do it, man. Like,
Yeah.
if it benefits us and our family, we probably gonna do it. Now, we do have morals, most of us, I hope, but at the same time, bro, Like, I can't say if I was a politician for 15 years that I ain't gonna take that bread one time or 3 times.
Well, you're
Cause
not going to, I don't think you're going to be a politician for 15 years if you're not doing something like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
And what I mean by doing something like that, it doesn't have to be nefarious. The way they make money is how they have connections and things of such.
For sure.
Some bleed the lines and some don't.
Right. And it is totally human, bro. I like you people get mad about it. I get mad about it. But at the same time, how long you gonna get smacked in the face with that bread and just not take it? How long is that
Right.
dog gonna get smacked in the face with that steak?
How
Right.
how
Not
how
take it.
long are you
Right.
going to see people eat at the buffet and you over there starving?
Come on. And guess what? And if you got a wife, she gonna get tired of it before you do.
She
They
gonna
over
fix her
there
plate
eating.
before you?
They over there eating steak, and we over here eating Popeyes. This ain't right, you know. So I mean, man, so I can't get too mad, but at the same time, man, I can't leave my cards up to these people either. You know,
Right.
why would you do that? So Bill Gates, I just don't. Hopefully, you have my best, uh, the best intentions for me, but I'm sorry, I just don't believe you do, and none of your friends either.
No, and I'll say this. I'll say never believe anything that I have to tell you. Don't. What I'm actually doing is
Yep. Yep.
possibly sparking something that you might not have heard of.
Yep. Go
So
look it up.
look it up. Why don't you look up his work in India that he's done with food in the past? Why don't you look
Mhm.
up his work he's done in Africa? Why don't you look up what is a virus? Why don't you look up how do viruses behave? How do they spread? How do they live? How do they die? Just know that. Look up Dr. Anthony Fauci. See what he's done in his career.
Exactly.
Does any of this, sit well with you, or does it speak to you? What is a philanthropist? What do they do? Who are the philanthropists? How many are there? Is that a big group or is that a small group of people? What is the Pride Institute? Look those type of things up. What is the CDC? What is the WHO? The WHO? Are those governing bodies? Are those independent organizations that are funded by people or other organizations? Do you know that? Do you care? That's even a question. Those are the things that I think of. Have you ever heard of the term synthetic biology? Look it up. There's a whole field on that.
boy, you see, you see the stuff they have in that right now.
If you understood what that field is doing, then it might bring some more question to what we're going through right now.
Well, if you understood what was going on in nanotechnology right now. I'm sorry, not right now. What, 8 months ago? I mean, you can't know what's going on right now, but you can know what happened at least 8 months ago, minimum.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
You know what I mean? You can't. I mean, we can speculate on what's happening right now, but you can't really know what's going on right now with it, in this instant.
so
That's kind of why I asked, what do you think is in it? Because I mean, for me personally, I mean, it could really be anything.
I don't know what's in it
I don't
because
either.
they haven't presented anything.
Right.
hey, all I know is this:
I don't want it.
in histories, in history,
What about that chip they got to put? What about that? What about that bracelet they got to put on UTG because you didn't take it? How do you feel about that?
I'm not doing the bracelet. I mean, this is the thing, man. I can't. There are certain things that I believe. So if I believe these things for real, then I have to go based off of what I believe in and die by that. Right? Like,
That's real.
that's it.
I mean, if you want to be a man and standing on your square, that's what that means. Yes.
But the thing is this, you're not the thing you're that's not
There's
not
some
the sexy,
Cyruses out here.
there's not that's not the sexy answer, and you
It's not.
don't expect for you to get any love for it either, because you ain't gonna get it while
Right.
you're alive. You're gonna be ridiculed and all of that.
Yeah.
All of that. So just be prepared that you ain't gonna be the guy no more. You ain't gonna be cool. You ain't none of that. You're against all odds
Right.
when you do that. And you're not cool until you're dead. And that's years after, you know, in the history books. And that's if somebody remembers your story.
Right. Because history is written by the victors.
Because look, Martin Luther King,
Martin Luther.
Muhammad Ali, all them, man, them people hated them people when they was doing what they was doing. Muhammad Ali, they couldn't stand him. You're not even American. You don't want to go over there and fight for your country. They hated him. All of them. If you're a revolutionary, you're hated first.
Yeah.
Immediately.
You're not cool after you got your crew, and that's about it.
I mean, by definition, you're going against, you're raging against the machine. So
yeah.
What?
So I mean,
the machine's the machine for a reason.
And yeah.
The system of things.
And they ain't gonna lose. They ain't gonna lose to us. They ain't gonna lose to us.
They're not going to lose in regulation. You're going to have to go to OT.
For real. For real.
Yeah.
For real.
Triple OT.
Hey, I didn't say it.
More, because they'll keep sending more. You're going to have to get through the levels to see how many more is more. You're like, man, we got to get more next time.
You're going to find out it's infinite. This game never stops.
Bro, Elon Musk literally shot satellites into the sky a couple of weeks ago. It was like 60 of them.
What?
Yes.
Oh, and to answer the question, what level of authority do you have to do things like that? Presidential authority is required to even do anything like that.
So no, he wouldn't do that.
Elon Musk?
Donald Trump. Donald Trump's not telling everybody they're taking the vaccination. I don't believe that. But if he did it, I would believe it. But I don't believe he would do that. That don't make sense, does it?
No.
But it's real though.
If he said yes, it wouldn't surprise me. But what he said so far, I would say no.
Right.
No.
I would say no because that's all I know. That, you know, we haven't really, like, we've been forced to stay at home, but not really.
No, you can slide around.
You can
just can't hang out. There's no loitering.
Yeah, there's no hey, they're not letting you in here. There's no loitering.
Like, no.
Right.
We'll send somebody out. What's your name? Did you order? Or hit the number on the door.
Right.
They'll bring you garbage bags out. What you need?
Hey, what is it? Head West? They got everything in there now.
They got wipes in there.
Oh, they're letting people in there?
No.
They have wipes though. What you need? Garbage bags and wipes? What the?
Oh, they're selling wipes.
All of the above.
I can't even, the paper towels.
Yeah. So let me get a paper towel with that tuna with no cheese.
And I need 2 rolls of toilet paper.
And for a little bit, they was selling toilet paper.
Selling toilet paper.
Yeah, man, you can get a roll in there.
Man,
along with the roll.
are you buying the roll?
I'm good. I'm good on that.
You're
I
not
don't.
buying the roll. You're not driving through and buying the roll. TG, are you buying the roll?
I actually haven't had to buy toilet paper yet. So, but it's coming. And I seen Hy-Vee selection and it's quite damp. It's nothing.
Sparse. It's sparse
Oh my.
in there.
And I'm talking about that toilet paper that you find in at work.
Rest stops.
At the
It's a
it's
loose
just
leaf
it says
individual rolls, bro. Like I pulled, it's like, man, I'm straight for right now. If hopefully they got a better selection by the time I need it. But it was regular, and it said limit 2. So 2 rolls. They're not even selling 6-packs, bro. What are we talking about? They're making money. They're making money. So yeah, I haven't had to get one yet. So hey, how you feel about these people though who are protesting? Because man, a couple weeks ago, I felt one thing.
So
I'm conflicted.
How do you feel?
I'm conflicted.
What's the confliction?
The confliction is yes, we definitely need to be quarantined because I know people who's had it, so it's real for people who don't think it's real. I also do know that if you die in a car accident and you're tested for COVID, it's a COVID death. And I think we talked about that last week or the last time we was on. I understand it, but them numbers will be inflated. So, but one thing I'm not conflicted about is other people, man. I think things could
a lot more to their circumstances. It's a thing I go back and forth with. Eat something to eat. Then they're in the yard right now. Next, they'll be in the house
quickly. Man, it can easily
surveillance because they're like, oh, they're in the yard. You know, all that activity that they have
for you to protest that.
Talking to the cameras.
Go ahead. You won't be able to use your cell phone out here.
No. There's no calling for backup or help.
None of that.
There's no calling for backup or help.
No, you're not.
You came down here with your crew. Oh, you brought your grandma with you.
and like Todd, like I told Todd last week, but that's all they do. When you see them hit this, they've ordered more robots and guns.
Hey, cause he hit it too. He said more. He said, as soon as I say your name, you already know that just means more.
It's not like it is not good when you're having a conversation with an officer and he just goes to his what's going on?
Bro, they're not they're not even letting it get to any of that point whatsoever. You're talking, they got on here, I heard earlier they're talking about killer bees out here, dog, that are man killers.
Oh, they had a video.
I think that's all hypnitis.
Hey man. What's next?
They're saying, bro, this thing looks like an alien species, dog.
It does. I seen a video. I seen a praying mantis eat his head off.
Look up Africanized bee. Africanized bee.
Why is it now? Hold on.
Of course, it's Africanized.
No, it's an Asian hornet. They're Asian hornets.
They're calling it Africanized bee.
I don't know. I've heard rumors of these Goliaths.
Goliaths.
They get bigger and bigger every time somebody tells a story about it. Bro, the head though, they bit a head off of a tire. What?
I heard they was getting big as chihuahuas.
So what are these?
Wait, did you say they bit?
Cicadas?
Did you say they bit a tire?
That's the stories you hear. First, it started off with, man, they're eating other bees, and by
We'll know.
to our hearts, shame.
Can the murder?
What else
You
would
could have named
it?
it something.
Mean
another.
Hornet.
Can we please just get this
Anything.
understood? Animals can't commit murder, though.
See, it's
Ooh.
humanistic. Whoever made that name, they bogus.
They are bogus because it's not murder. They're just doing what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to.
Yeah.
But they're not like made to specifically kill you. Kill everything. Tigers kill everything.
Hey man, we
Plated.
He's been
Bro,
made. Look up this.
Man.
That's what, because you made it. This is the murder hornet.
Come on, man. Who? That's crazy. Kill people.
Bro, he's got
It's
bodies
the murder.
on it.
It's the murder hornet, Todd.
TG.
That means death upon anything moving.
TG, what that means? Let me clarify that for you. Let me clarify that for you. What that means is if he comes for you, you may not be his first.
Right. That's a.
He might now know how to get rid of you.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll just wait until he turns his back.
Yeah.
This nigga's carrying groceries.
It might be, hey, that killer bee might be on Shaolin. I'm gonna get him in the back.
hit you at a pressure point, make your whole body stop moving.
I'm gonna land on his shoe and crawl up his pant leg.
And you do that as a bug, or
that's
as
the assassin hornet.
What? He comes next. You know, I'm going to quarantine myself.
To do all that, they have to have another level of thinking.
Put it like this. It's got a walkie.
So isn't this bee in the northern hemisphere?
What you mean? Is he out here? Split down his.
My man's got a flamethrower down here on these guys, bro. At the point where you're using man-made weaponry to kill this thing,
it doesn't, like, you can't swat that and it be dead.
No. What do you?
Made me mad.
Kill him.
Oh.
Hey, I'm not knife fighting this dude. I'm not.
I don't mess with bees at all.
So. I'm not knife fighting him. Like, napalm him immediately. There's no.
He's sending punks into shock after he sticks them.
Oh yeah, you go up against him and you're not armored up. Your whole team is gone.
What's my man got in his hands down there? Right to the what is it? Whoa.
They too big.
Them look like grasshoppers.
Yeah, they do. Bro,
with masks on.
Look what he did to the cicada. Just to give you some perspective on his real size.
He's eating his face.
See,
I told you, I literally seen a praying mantis eat the eyeball out of that, and then his head. You know? Where that eye? You think that eye is? He ate that first, and then the rest of his head.
Do you?
And it was a gift file.
This isn't funny.
Do you think animals just go ahead and eat wherever it is at? Or do you think they be like, man, I'm gonna go for this eye first?
No, they know where they're going.
No, they know where they're going. It's all a migration cycle, man. They got to keep it pushing. It's never stopped. That's ingrained.
That's why like a bear is gonna eat that belly out.
Yeah, I mean they know.
The praying mantis's move is to go straight for the head.
Well, he had him from the behind, like he had his arms wrapped up, so he had him held in front of him like this, and just was like ate him like a teddy bear, a chocolate teddy bear.
That's terrible.
It's terrible. He had him jujitsu down. He couldn't even move. So I was really like, man, this hornet's big, but how strong? Like, yes, like literally, what is the strength difference in that praying mantis? He must be hella strong.
Yeah. It's
Look how he
they-
got him wrapped.
Look at yeah,
Well,
it's got-
it's not just hella strong. You're talking about this thing knows, this praying mantis knows what parts of the body he can stop from moving, from functioning with too. Like that's, I mean, that's beyond, bro.
Hold still, hold real still.
Yes. I mean, look at how he's holding it. Look how he's holding him. Look how he's got his
He's got
wing
him
bent up.
clamped, bro.
His wing is bent up. He can't fly. He can't get his stinger near his body at all. You're done.
He's got him jujitsu, dude.
Yes, he can do whatever he wants to do with you right now.
Yeah, man.
He's talking in his ear right now, like, what you gonna do? It's like, dude, it's over for you right now. You know you're done.
Hey, man.
Your stinger's too short, punk.
Look how he's got it.
Look,
Hey,
he's and his legs is back and everything, and all he got is them arms on him.
He's got him hemmed up. He thought he was coming over here for a free lunch, and he's like, "No." It's even
worse when they got that dude from
Nah, bro, you're done.
The dude that was Thanos' boy talk. If it's a cat like that talking to you while they got you,
just relax.
Hey, to this kid, rejoice.
Don't no need to stiffen up any longer.
I mean, look at how he has my man. So
he saved that for last. Like he's showing you, like, don't fucking try it. He's like, see this? This is your strap, punk. And this goes for the rest of you. I'll do you just like this. He has those up in his den.
He's got heads of killer bees in his den.
Yeah.
Upholstery.
Yep. He's like, see, I got one this season.
Damn.
He's like, this is I got me a 1-pointer.
Taxidermy.
TG.
Oh.
TG.
I'm done after that. Look at him.
You're messing with this, TG, for real?
Bro,
this is what you're doing?
His nose is like an orange peel.
Yep.
You don't lose that. You got to rip that off.
Look at his eyeballs.
His eyeballs, bro, his eyeballs aren't even like soft.
Like
there's nothing soft on this thing at all.
His helmet.
Wood. There was wood grain eyeballs.
Look at bro right there.
Oh man.
Right.
I ain't messing with that.
You're not swatting him. If you swat him, you might.
He's trouble.
If you swat him, he might just take you out with him.
You better have
no.
You better have some pet praying mantises.
No.
Buy one.
I don't even like them.
Oh,
I don't like them.
You don't like these things?
I don't like bugs.
None of this.
Like
I don't like none of it.
That's like a dream I have. I know I'm having a nightmare when there's bugs in it. You ain't ever had no dream like that?
Oh, not with bugs, man. I'm not having dreams with bugs in it.
Have you had a dream with snakes?
No.
Yeah.
I grew up down Mississippi, man. Snakes would cross the roads like in groups. You have to walk past and let them do their thing and keep moving. Man, some animals. I mean, dude, animals have their own. They do whatever they want out there when you're out there with them. Like you're not.
That's a fact.
You're not going out there and just making rules and like, hey, take your shoes off at the door. They're just gonna do whatever they want.
Most of them really be like, what is he doing out here?
Right. What are you doing? I was just telling my daughter that. She was like, because we were talking about bees and we were walking on our walk and she gonna jump back. I'm like, look, you just got stung. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, look, if I was a bee, I said, you got to think about it like this. If I was a bee and I see you and you're the size of a skyscraper and you're doing all this movement and jerking and all this, I'm putting you down too. Like, you're freaking me out. What are you going to do? Are you going to swing on me? You know what I mean? They're but if you keep it moving, it's not gonna follow you.
Hey,
You know,
I'll get loose. If it's a pack of us, I'll get
you're
loose.
you're gonna dip out completely. You're not just gonna keep it moving.
I'll get real loose on
What?
every.
I'm not talking about a pack. I'm talking about
No,
just
I'm
one.
saying if it's a pack of us.
Oh, a pack of
Me,
us.
yeah, and one of them is close. I'm running.
You're
I'm gonna.
gone.
I'm swinging on him.
You're gonna swing at him.
And I'm only
Yeah.
swinging. I'm only swinging on them if I know it's sudden death. If it ain't death after this swing, I ain't swinging.
I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm not trying to.
Regardless of
I'm
how
not trying to
tough.
release any pheromones.
That's what I was just going to get into.
I'm not
No
releasing
matter
any
how
fear
tough his
pheromones.
little picture you showed me is, he's going to have to prove he can eat an overhand right, and I'm getting out of there. I'm not sticking around and be like, who wants some next? Oh,
None of that.
body him and move.
You have to.
They'll just have to mourn the scene of the murder.
You're talking about that bee in particular. No, I'm talking about just like an average everyday bee. That bee in particular, no, I'm not even.
I'm talking
Bro,
about the killer hornet.
here's the thing, man. If you're talking about the killer hornet, you're gonna hear. He's gonna sound like a drone.
They said that when you hit them, they sound like glass.
Bro, what I'm saying
What?
to you, what I'm saying to you is that you're gonna hear him like a drone. You're not gonna not know he's coming. Yes, he's gonna sound like a. He's gonna sound like a car, like a.
I don't like how
A
your
leaf
wings
blower. A
make that.
leaf
Yes.
blower.
I don't
Yeah.
like how your wings make that noise.
Yeah,
Oh man.
he's gonna give you time to get out. So at that point, you shouldn't even be there.
Dude, that's what them grasshoppers sound like.
You give him a wide berth. Did you see how big his wings were, dog? The wings were bigger than my thumb.
I don't mess with bugs like that. I'm gonna get little.
His wings could harm you, TG. He could. His wing could harm you. It's that massive.
I'm not messing with that dude at all.
Nah, that's
No,
you gotta keep it moving.
no.
And for them to name it murder, that shame on you, whoever did that, because now that's all you think. Oh, is that a murder one?
He you know what? It's just a lot of pressure on that hornet.
A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure for it to perform.
Yeah, like he's got to live up to the name of a murder hornet.
So if he gets you and he doesn't get you,
He ain't a real murder hornet in the murder
what's that? What's that?
in the MH community.
He's gonna be the one. They're gonna ostracize him.
He's soft. They're gonna have to do the test on him to see why he's so soft and
He can't make more
why
of
his
him.
stinger doesn't work. They'll make a Disney short about why his stinger don't work.
He's not allowed to make more of himself.
He didn't train hard enough because he didn't kill you.
So you think they go to boot camp? They look like they go to boot camp.
Where are they getting that armor from?
Hey, you know what?
So let me ask you a question on top of all of that. So if let's say that became a real problem, do you think we'd dress differently to accommodate?
What?
Like a beekeeper? They already said those things sting through beekeeper suits. They did. I swear I've heard that already. That's like, hey man, he's going if he wants you, he's gonna get you. Like, oh boy.
So hey, so TG,
it's a murder one.
TG,
play about.
He'll wait outside until you leave.
Are you wearing an extra layer? Are you wearing an extra layer of clothing, TG, for this murder hornet?
If he starts attacking people like that, I'm just gonna stay in quarantine.
Like a night suit?
You ain't gonna beat him. So you wait and see if the dog is out there.
Man, you letting him make you stay in the house.
Hey man, I'm allergic to bees.
And I'm coming out with nunchucks. If you want it, you can get.
Hey, but if his boys is with him, it ain't none of that.
Now, if a gang now, hold on. We haven't addressed gang yet. Now, if bro pull up like 750,000 deep on you. Whoa. Xerxes pulls up like Xerxes on you. Well,
Bro,
we
he's
gonna
not
have to
even.
retreat.
Hey,
Cobra
He's not
Commander.
he's
hey,
not stinging you. He's gonna turn his friends into a fist and just punch you.
hey, cause
Swarm.
the Lord can go ahead and send them after you. But hey, plague bees go. And if it's one of them, they ain't gonna lose.
No, there's no way they're losing that
They're
battle.
gonna go. They're gonna do exactly what he said. Go. And
Here's a billion of them all in one place. Your house. Seems like you got a problem
There's a
here.
billion of them, and you're at your house.
It's your house. The billion bug party at your house.
Man. I don't want that. The billion bug party.
Just no.
Hey, they just kept ordering more. This is
Talking about these bees. You talking about these bees like they're Agent Smith.
like they're people.
Agent
Have you
Smith.
ever been to somebody's house that had the billion bug party? And stay the night over there?
No, not as a older kid.
Oh, well, yeah, not as an older kid, because I will call mom and just be like, Mom, I need to go.
Like this wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
No, but I couldn't call because I didn't even know the number.
Oh, so you just stayed?
I had to, and it was terrible.
It was creep show in there.
What?
That's why you be having them dreams.
Right.
Billion bug party.
What did they have? The roaches?
Yes. And bro, this is when you know it was too much. They was crawling on each other, bro.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
And I'm like,
they were savages.
This is, and y'all gonna let him live?
Oh.
Oh, like, go kill him. And it takes you an hour to kill all of them. It takes you a whole hour, not kill one and then let one go and just be like, oh, he's cool. No, bro, this is not where I want to be at. Where you let them live?
They live.
No way. Hey, you gotta kill all of them. If it takes an hour to kill them all, you gotta kill them all.
There's definitely got to be a contract on all of them.
I need to see effort on your part, so I
a contract out on them.
All of them, yes, bro. What? Are you serious? Yes, immediately. Who did you stay with? The Roach King? They're in there breeding them,
bro.
Yeah, they if you see a couple of them, that's what's going on. They're in there breeding. If they're kicking, they're kicking it. They're like more.
Man,
yeah.
No.
They've quarantined in your crib.
Yeah. There's no need for them to go outside. They have no natural predators.
They're like, man, it's good in here.
Hey, what was that? What was that move where fam opened up the refrigerator and they were in there kicking nothing. They're in there talking about how you're not clean.
He don't clean nothing in here, bro. Come through. It's all love.
Joe's apartment. What was that? Joe's apartment, and they were in there.
He keeps McDonald's over here.
Right, they're in there. They're in your refrigerator. They're in your refrigerator playing cards, dog. They're trying to deal you in when you open the refrigerator.
I've seen like I used to go with some people to clean houses because they bought them, and I've seen a room full of Mountain Dew cans up to your throat.
Up to your neck.
You walk in the room, can. Just what, bro?
Y'all crush them,
bro. I wanted to quit.
He's like, I didn't sign up for all this.
What? Hey, Toddy, you want to come through? I'll pay you $150. You come with me, and we clean these houses. And it's like, oh yeah, let's do that. You go to them houses, be like, man, you can have that 150.
Wow.
What? Man, dogs that the owners just let the dogs boo boo in the crib. Oh no.
Murder.
Oh no. You'll take man, that 150 is not that much. Like,
What if you did like 4 houses and that was your 5th one? Are you
no,
doing it with
that's what I'm saying. It was one house is enough.
Oh, just one house.
Because they're probably getting it for cheaper.
Right.
Just guessing, because who leaves a house like that? But yeah, no, one house.
No.
I ain't doing it.
We wrapping the show up, fellas. Is there anything that you want to leave the listeners with this week?
Keep your heads up, man. Wherever you are in this world, whatever you're doing, dealing with this situation, it is serious out here, and it's affecting everybody. So keep your heads up. This is the time to get close to your family. Whatever you need to do. That's really all I got, bro.
What you got, TG?
Then they got stung by the murder bee.
I was gonna let this. I was
He
gonna
done
make
froze
the
up.
screen, I was gonna make the screen freeze on them. Like, I ain't got nothing to say.
Hey, from all of us here, stay safe, guys. Be smart out here. There's a lot of everything going around. Make up your own mind. Do your own research. We love you guys. Thanks for following. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week.
Yep.